Alright, guys, so I'm going to be doing a review of another book sent to me by my friend Chris. Thank you once again, bro. And today we're going to be talking about Doctor Strange Blood Hunt. This is the third and final volume and the culmination of Jed MacKay's Strange run that started in Death of Doctor Strange, and then went through Clea, and then his 3 volumes of Doctor Strange as well. So this is the end of the Jed MacKay Strange era. So, yeah. And as I've been saying, every time I do a Marvel book for a bit, it will be one of the Blood Hunt tie-ins. So, just to let you guys know. Anyway, so let's go. Let's dive into this story. So, like I said, this isn't just the Blood Hunt tie-ins, which this book is actually kind of integral, one of the more integral tie-ins, and why I wanted to do it first was because it's probably one of the bigger tie-ins to it, because that Blood Hunt was Jed MacKay's storyline. It was his event. And what I like about it is that in here, I think while I did enjoy more of the Blood Hunt storyline, I think I like the first half of this book a little more, because it's so much fun. For those who remember when I did the review last time, Clea now has a baby sister because her mother, Umar, has remarried to another Doctor Strange villain, and it's her and Strange taking care of the kid along with Bats, the ghost dog. And it's a very cute issue. It brings in a new ringmaster. It's a lot of fun. Following that is a story that involves Bats encountering Victor Strange, who is the vampire ghost brother of Stephen Strange. It's a pretty cool book. It actually makes me go, I really it actually ties into a little horror anthology that Jed MacKay did in Crypt of Shadows. The other thing is the fun 2-part story, which I call Jed MacKay's Amazing Friends, because literally it's a Doctor Strange 2-part story where Strange meets a kind of facsimile of Dungeons and Dragons, and he has to get together a team, and it's literally all characters that Jed MacKay has written. Black Cat, which, sidebar, I would really like to read the Black Cat Jed MacKay ongoing. I heard Jed MacKay's Black Cat comics were awesome. I heard they were really fucking good. So I don't know if there's an omnibus or something, but I'd love to read the Jed MacKay Black Cat books. Then there's Hunter's Moon, who this is the time when Mark Spector had died in MacKay's run, and finally Taskmaster, he had written in a miniseries, a Taskmaster miniseries a little while when he was first starting to work at Marvel. So it's literally just characters that MacKay really enjoys writing. And it's a fun story that involves Baron Mordo. I really enjoyed it. The Blood Hunt tie-ins themselves, remember, in the story, Blade, who was possessed by Varney, the first vampire, killed and resurrected Strange for 2 reasons. 1, to have Strange as a vampire, and 2, to keep him away from the Montesi keep Clea from forming the Montesi formula, which was something that would eradicate all vampires, which he knew Strange would do. So in here, we get more of that background, because we only saw bits and pieces because Strange had to leave his body while his astral body had to leave his physical one, because his physical one had become a vampire. But it gets inhabited by Victor. So how that's dealt, this basically tells that story while that's going on, because Strange and Clea had to beseech Doom to help them stop Varney. I really enjoyed the Blood Hunt storyline because, again, and this is what I've been really liking about his run, to be MacKay's run throughout Doctor Strange, is that Doctor Strange, his Strange, gave a lot of agency to Wong, who created a new group called Wand, which is a magical version of S.H.I.E.L.D. That was really cool. I also really like that MacKay really gives a lot to relationships. The whole through line up through Death of Doctor Strange all the way to this book is that Clea and Strange love. That is the big thing here, is that Clea and Doctor Strange love each other no matter what. So it's almost like he wanted to showcase that, yeah, you can have comic book characters in meaningful relationships and not have that be a bane in their lives or for added drama, which makes me worried about because I don't see Clea in the Doctor Strange of Asgard storyline, so it makes me worried what happened there. I do kind of want to read that miniseries, but at the same time I'm what did you did you just get rid of Clea? It's the same problem of why do we have this this whole incessance of getting rid of comic book relationships when this ends on such a good note for the both of them. And that was the whole point of McKay's storyline. You know, I'm also convinced if McKay ever got Spider-Man, I think he would try desperately to get Peter Parker and Mary Jane together. So, yeah. Anyway, the book was really solid. I love the ending too. It's more or less dealing with the aftermath of Blood Hunt, where, if you guys remember, Strange gave up the title of Sorcerer Supreme to Doctor Doom, and there's this great moment where he's like, you know, you tricked me into doing this, you had to have known, and now this was all part of some great scheme. He's screaming at Doom to, like, come out and face him, but Doom never shows up. So, I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was a pretty solid storyline. There's a lot of fun in here, a lot of great back and forth, but it's just such a solid ending to McKay's Doctor Strange era. It's such a great... it's just such a sweet, solid end to this comic, and I would really I would keep saying, like, this is a solid comic. Like, this is such a solid Doctor Strange book. It has such great humor to it. It has a lot of great story. And again, it's that the whole through line from Death of to Blood Hunt is that it's all about Clea and Strange and their love for each other, and that's the major through line of this book. There's also a lot of stuff like that final issue is such a sweet ending of, like, talking about, like, the Warhound of the Shanti, the General Strange, how that plays out. It's like, yeah, he knew how to end this story. Like McKay had this ending from the get-go. So yeah. Anyway, so do I recommend this? Hell yeah. I recommend all of Jed McKay's Doctor Strange era. So yeah, Chris, thank you once again, bro, for this book, as well as others. And yeah, if you read this comic, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of it. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.